Hey guys, I'm gonna link the sources in the description for this video. That's the routine with all these types of videos. Um, so the Mijjins were small animatronics built in the early 90s. In total, there were 13 different Mijjin characters, including 6 humans that I could not find any names for, so I'm not sure if I don't think they have names. Small versions of Fats, Beach Bear, Duke, Billy Bob, Mitzi, and Looney Bird. And then there was another one called the Mijjinator. Chris Lanusse made the first Mijjin style animatronic, and Aaron Fector came up with the Mijjin, or with the name Mijjin, which I'm not 100% sure on what that means. I believe it's supposed to sound like midget, but I'm not sure where the Jin part comes from. Anyways, unlike the other animatronic groups, the Mijjins were designed with a lot more range of motion, so they could dance instead of play instruments, which kind of makes me think of how Bubba is. There were several different Mijjin stage types. One was large and white with an elevated platform on the base, and then a third elevated platform on top of the other elevated platform. All 6 human characters were on the base. Billy, Bob, and Fats were on the middle platform, and then on the top platform were 2 sliding doors that could open to reveal the Mijjinator. Speaking of the Mijjinator, unlike the other Mijjins, he doesn't dance and mime, he announces and rhymes. He's also different since he's just a bear mech without any cosmetics on. The Mijjinator's doors only open for him to announce things in between songs. Out of the different stages, this one is the largest and was the only one that was in the 1991 CEI promotional video thing, which, I just always mention in these videos, it seems like. This stage was also at the a.k.a. that year, but I'm not sure if the other stages were. The stage also had a feature that was new for CEI, that being the Show Select. The Show Select is a device that was placed in front of the front of the stage, and it had several labeled buttons that said the name of different songs. People could go up to the Show Select and press a button, and the Mijjins would perform the song that was labeled on the button. In the promo video, the Mijjins are seen performing several songs, including the Star Spangled Banner, a.Can't Touch This by MC Hammer, Vogue by Madonna, That's Life by Frank Sinatra, Devil with the Blue Dress by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, and Shout by the Isley Brothers. It's unknown how many more songs on the show tape there could be, though. 2 of the other stages both shared a similar concept of being able to spin around and having different shows on each side. One stage had a Mijjin Beach Bear with a beach scenery on one side, and a Mijjin Looney Bird with a science lab scenery on the other side. The other stage had Duke with a junkyard scenery on one side, and a comically large television on the other side, and the TV played videos of people in costumes of the Rock-afire Explosion performing some skits. The final stage had what I can only describe as a rainbow keyboard background, and featured Mijjin versions of Billy Bob and Fats again, along with Mitzi. Each of the animatronics had bases they stood on that could fully spin them around, and alongside that, all 3 of their bases were on a giant base on the stage that could spin 400 degrees. So basically, they could take turns with who got to be in front. But describing all that is kind of a headache, because that's very confusing to describe. Several more differences between the Rock-afire Explosion and the Mijjins were that the Mijjins were capable of more movements, and they had a couple of movements controlled by servo motors, whilst the originals were fully pneumatic. Another difference is that the Mijjins apparently weren't as well built as the originals, they weren't as sturdy. They also didn't gain as much customer interest as the originals, because you know that was like around the time when the animatronic hype died off, and you know CEI wasn't like doing too well. It seemed like after that they were just banished to the realm known as the CEI building. So, bye bye. As of 2018. Aaron had been working on fixing one of the Mijjins to turn it into a pirate character, though. There's footage of the pirate character talking, and from my knowledge, he's currently at a ride called Pirates of the Deep Sea at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. So yeah, so that's all of that's basically the story of the Mijjins. They don't have as much interest and stuff going on. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of how the Mijjins, how like the Mijjins that are smaller versions of the Rock-afire Explosion look. I think they look kind of strange. But yeah. So they weren't popular too. They didn't do too well as well. I think it's very strange that they just decided to have the Mijjinator be there. He's just a bear guy. He's robot nude, basically. Yeah, that's all about the Mijjins. Basically, that's all I have to say for them. So I'm recording this like a month before I'm gonna upload this probably. So yeah, I by the way, if you're new to my channel, I upload a CEI video every month, or or I try to at least. But yeah, so that's all I have to say for the Mijjins, though. Bye bye. Also subscribe if you want to see the next video. Yeah, please. Thank you.